Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Think Tank Sports. Think Tank Sports, where we think and you listen. Check us out on the socials, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Listen to us on Anchor or wherever you get your podcasts. We're out there on all of those systems for you to listen to. And watch these three lovely faces here on YouTube as we continue our YouTube adventure. And we are adventuring once again into the realm of Lose With Us, as I think we all have kind of started to lose with each other the last couple of weeks. A little bit of a struggle, but of course, we've got Mike alongside. Mike, how the heck are you?
Gentlemen, doing good. Yes, certainly not had a good couple of weeks myself. I think 1-7 in the last 2 weeks. We'll get you the total updates next time, folks. But I know it's hard to believe the history of the Lose With Us podcast. I think had one positive week. So my streak continues with this week, boys, this week. Anyway, not just myself, not just Double Dip Dave, but Stevie Covers. Recovering from the holidays. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing just well, guys. Thank you for asking. Mike, you might sound like a Mets fan. This is our year.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Yankees fan the last decade plus now. So
yeah.
Let's get started, boys. This is a juicy week for NFL. Surprisingly, week 18, a lot of interesting lines, and of course we have the national championship game for college football. So I'll start out right there. I would have been a complete and total
farce, sham, faker
if I didn't take Georgia. I mean, between my calling Georgia the 10,000-pound gorilla with a chainsaw for a dick and my disrespect for TCU, the 12.5 does not bother me in this game. Although I did, folks, officially in our group chat, bend the knee to TCU in the first half of the Michigan game last week. So much respect to what they've accomplished, and Max Duggan has made me a believer. So, but in this game, I just think finally athleticism and superior depth is going to catch up to TCU. So Georgia minus 12.5.
And
for
units?
30 units. 30 units for the Stetson Bennett special.
Ooh.
I was wondering if you're going to do this, Mike. If you, like Mike mentioned, he did bend his knee to TCU last weekend. So if you folks at home felt the earth move, that's exactly.
Under my feet, I feel
You'll up on us and go with TCU this week. But I'm glad you stuck to your guns there, big guy.
No, couldn't do the John Kerry and flip flop.
Fair enough. Yeah, I have that game as well. So I guess I next.
Go get 12
were a little too much for me. Dave and I both kind of agree that this game is impossible to bet with the spread, because 12.5 is a lot of points, but also like you could easily see Georgia winning this game by 2 touchdowns. So it's just impossible to bet that spread. So what I did is did a little Stevie Covers classic slider in the dirt. I'm going to take the first quarter under 13.5 on this.
Ooh. Interesting. Do you have any stats or anything to back that up? Or
Georgia's first half defense this whole season has been very good, except for the Ohio State game. And I kind of expect TCU to come out and try to feel them out a little bit. They might try a couple of things, but I don't know if they're going to come out guns blazing. I think they may be a little timid against the Georgia defense. So I like the under 13.5 first quarter. And it's at minus 105, which most of our normal bets, we're just betting the spread, are minus 110. So slightly better odds on this bet, minus 105 5 units.
All right.
Excellent. I like that. That'll be very interesting to pay attention to also. Very, very nice.
Also, nationally, first quarter unders in college football did very well this year.
Okay. Good to know. Now that we're at the last college football game, that was good to know.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Thanks for not sharing that until just now.
Dynamite drop, Stevie, tell me.
So I'm picking this game too, and I'm staying with TCU. Stevie and
That's
I,
fair.
we've gone around on this with the points, and it is difficult. I just think it's a big number, too big for me to say that's going to be the case. I think TCU is going to keep it close, so I'm going to take TCU and the 12.5 points. Let's do 30 units on that. I'm feeling frisky there.
Wow. Don't trip over your skirt getting to those units, son.
Oh,
Taking the underdog in the national championship game. It's real
Yep.
thick limb you're out on there.
Yep.
kind of the reason I was too scared to take Georgia was because I had this flash in my head of Georgia is up 40-20, and then TCU gets a late strike in the fourth quarter. And it's 40-27. It's 13 points. Yeah, Dave. If I had to pick this game, Dave, I'd go with you.
Yeah.
But it's too tough.
Yep. It's definitely a tough one, but I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna go big or go home here in this last week of college football. Sure. So, Mike, what do you got next?
I'm going over to the NFL. I'm going to do something I haven't done all year, and I don't really ever make it a practice to do, but it's too juicy, and I know it's a trap, but I'm taking the Giants plus 14 against the Eagles. I don't know why this line is so high. Yeah. The Giants are playing everybody, at least to start. Jalen Hurts is not healthy. Whether he plays or not, if he does not play at all the better. But I just don't get it. So I guess I'm stupid for even touching it, and it's my favorite team. But this game really doesn't mean anything to us standings wise. So I'm willing to dip my toe into this realm for it. So I love where the Giants are at. I love the tenacity. I just, plus 14. Wow. For 20 units, I'm going to take that for 20 units. Giants plus 14.
Well, and it's interesting because the over under is just 43. Right. So it's almost as if they know that Jalen Hurts isn't going to play. Now we know he did a walkthrough the other day. He hasn't practiced yet. But it's just, even that number seems a little bit low. So I like your pick, Mike. I do.
Thank you. Steven? It's
a big spread for an NFL game, right? 14 NFL game is a massive spread. The Giants starters, are they playing? Yes. Are they playing more than a quarter? I'm not sure about that. Sure. The Eagles starters, is Jalen Hurts playing? Don't really know. It sounds like maybe, but not sure. So that's just a stay away from me. There's too many question marks.
Okay. I understand that. Yeah. Also, real quick, the Giants' second team with Tyrod Taylor and Breida or Brightwell at running back, not a bad situation. So just putting that out there.
For under 5.5 receptions this week.
Who?
Kenny Galladay, the over under 75 reception.
That was a funny one.
Not going to take that one. Stevie, what do you got?
Stevie, take us away.
Well, I know Dave has this game as well. So I'll let Dave expand on it, but I'm going with the Bills -7 against New England. But Dave, take it away. I know you've got
yes, I do. There's this game, all the stuff surrounding Damar Hamlin, the news today that he's awake, lucid, wakes up and asks, did we win the game? I also heard the Bills press conference today, and his dad spoke to the team yesterday. That got them fired up because he said, look, get your butts out there and play. That's what Damar would want. And then Josh Allen said when they got today's news, That really got the team fired up. I think that's just going to continue to build as the week goes on. I know New England wins and they get in. I don't see any way that New England is even close in this game. I just think the Bills are going to come out on fire, motivated, emotional, and are just going to, yeah. So I'm taking them, with the -7, no doubt. Yeah, let's do 30 units on that one too.
Fair enough.
Perfect. I've got 20 units on that one. And Sauce Gardner officially on the bandwagon with wearing a Hamlin jersey for the pregame.
Yes.
So yeah, of course everyone's spirit is going to be with the Bills this week.
Yep.
So hard to pass up that -7.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I stayed away from that game because oddly enough, I think, you might think the Bills would have an emotional letdown almost, they'll come out on fire, but with all the emotions, of the past week, will they really sustain it? But I really oddly think Cincy is going to be the ones that are going to come out flat. I don't think they're going to know how to handle what happened. They're kind of the innocent bystanders that saw something terrible, some of the players, and are just being so gracious and so wonderful, but also, now momentum and everything, it has changed. So I'm going to take the Ravens money line. I'm taking them to win straight up. I think that since he's going to come out super flat and almost accept their destiny as the 3rd seed, Ravens money line is +250. And I'm doing that for 30 units. So that's my take really on the game that's suspended and now announced not going to be played at all. That I think Cincy, oddly enough, will be the one who's affected more emotionally this week.
Yeah, so you think they kind of lost their killer instinct that they've had
Yeah.
or so.
And they're just in such an awkward position. They don't know how to feel. At least, Buffalo could hold on to their grief and then say, okay, that's over now. Let's, win for the Gipper kind of thing. And Cincinnati is just kind of caught in the middle,
Well, and with that game being declared a no contest, Cincinnati are the AFC North champs. It's official. So, maybe still playing for seeding, but one of their motivations is already, they check that box.
Sure. Good point. So that's where I am on all of that. So that's my second pick. What do you got, Steve?
Yeah, I got one more NFL pick here. And my other NFL pick is actually 3 NFL picks.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the club.
Keeping
welcome
score.
back to the club. Yeah.
Not joining the club, Mike. I did not do a parlay. I did it taking the extra point. So I'm taking 3 road teams, adjusting the lines on them. So I'm taking the Browns. They are +2.5 at Pittsburgh. So on the teaser, they get the Browns +8.5. I don't see anyone blowing out anyone in that game. So I will block 8.5 points. The second one, Houston Texans, also +2.5 on the road at the Indianapolis Colts. So with the teaser, I get that line at 8.5. Again, Indy's not beating anybody by 9 points.
No.
Last one is the Kansas City Chiefs. They are listed at -9 at Jarrett Stidham and the Las Vegas Raiders. So in the teaser, that one is -3. Chiefs by a field goal in Las Vegas. So quick recap: Browns +8.5, Texans +8.5, Chiefs -3, all on the road. And that pays out at +160.
Okay. Not too terrible there.
No, I like, with the teaser, obviously, those lines are really good. So, yeah, nice job.
Cool.
Nice job. David?
Oh, well, I am going to go against you in one of those games, Stevie. I like the Steelers -2.5. There, Mike Tomlin with the chance to once again finish over 500. Steelers seem to be playing better at the little too late in the season, but they certainly have recovered a little bit from what was an abysmal season just a few weeks ago to now kind of respectable. So give me the Steelers -2.5 for 20 units.
Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about the Steelers. A lot of people really like Kenny Pickett for
Yeah.
some. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has 6 touchdown passes this year. So yeah, I'm not real big on the Steelers. I think they may be a mirage lately.
No, that's fair. We'll find out.
That's why they play the games.
That's
as
why they
say,
play the
right?
games.
All
Yep.
right. Excellent. So my last pick, to no one's surprise, is an NFL 3-team parlay.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. I've preached overs all year. Overs are like more fun to root for. Historically, they've been more apt to hit, but this year it's been an unders year. So here I am in week 18, finally embracing the trend. I'm going to take the unders club here.
Oh, jeez.
And the first game is the Lions and the Packers, the Sunday night game, under 49. I think this is a spot where the Lions finally plateau and their season is, a huge success and a large step forward. But this is a game where there's going to be turnovers and mistakes, and they're not going to score hardly at all. So that's my feeling on that game.
Well, and Mike too, with that game, the Seahawks, if the Seahawks win against the Rams, then the Lions are eliminated from the playoffs. So that certainly could contribute to some errors or just lack of effort. So that's, I like that.
Very good. Chargers Broncos, why anybody's going to score in this game was beyond me. Chargers aren't going to play anybody. Broncos haven't played anybody all year. Over under is 40. I'll take the under there. And then
40.
The third leg is Buccaneers Falcons, over under 40.5. Once again, why anyone's going to score, they haven't all year in this game is beyond me. So 3-team parlay pays out plus 595 for my final 20 units that I have left.
Yeah. 20.
Yep.
Mike, I can talk you into turning that into a teaser, take some extra points on those over-unders.
Okay. Can we quickly
go on?
Yeah.
Calculate that?
That would take the Packers to under 55, the Chargers Broncos to under 46, and the Buccaneers to under 46.5. And the odds would be
the odds would be what?
Plus 160.
Plus 160 or plus 559.
595.
Or 595. Yep.
I'm going to stick with my tried and true methods. Yes. Yeah. It's gotten me not kicked off this podcast yet. So here we are. No, I appreciate the information and the guidance, but I'm going to pass. Hard pass. What's your final pick of this week, Stephen?
So last week I had taken the Sixers on the road against Oklahoma City. They covered easily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to the well. I'm taking the Sixers again. We're recording this on Thursday night. Sixers are playing Friday night at home against the Chicago Bulls, who are a losing team. The Bulls are 7-12 on the road. Sixers, very good home team. 4.5 point spread. So give me the Sixers to cover that for 35 units.
It's good. I was going through and looking at home and road records. Road teams are just awful in the NBA this year across the board. stay with the home teams if you're doing those picks, because they are the teams that are winning more often, way more often than not. So I like that, Stevie. That's good.
Yeah,
Thank
and the Bulls have fallen off so much from this point last year. Think about where they were.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
Sham.
very, very good. David?
And yes, so my
Finish
last
us
pick,
off.
yep, I'm going to the Sunday night game, and I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to take the Packers minus 4.5 for some of the reasons, because I think it's certainly is possible that the Seahawks beat the Rams, eliminate the Lions. The Lions are still going to want to win against Green Bay, but Green Bay's defense has played very good the last couple of weeks. They completely stymied Minnesota last week, and now I think they're going to do that to Detroit again. So the minus 4.5 seems pretty easy for me. I could easily see this being a touchdown game, and that is for my final 20 units.
Kind of thought you were going there when I mentioned this game and you had a stat ready to rock. So
Yeah.
that's a very good pick. I think that's very realistic about what's going to happen. But the NFL can be unrealistic at some times.
Yes,
especially
yes,
this
it
time of
can.
year.
This game's-
Steve, what do you think?
Is this game in Detroit? Is that right?
No, in Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I like the Packers even more then.
Yeah.
Jared Goff is not the same quarterback on the road as he
Mhm.
is at home in Detroit. So if the Seahawks game eliminates the Lions, then this is an easy cover for the Packers at 4.5. If the Lions are still playing for something, they may be a little frisky. But again, you'll take Rodgers over Goff pretty much any day of the week. So I like that pick.
Very good.
Cool. Well,
Well,
thank you.
Another just riveting episode of Lose With Us here on Think Tank Sports. We're grateful for all the attention we've been getting on YouTube and on social media. Continue to follow us on Twitter, the Instagram, on Facebook for you old people. I don't think we have any. I guess Facebook's for old people now. I don't know.
Yeah, it
That's what
really
the kids
is.
telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
But we're
world.
there. Yeah, what a world. But anyway, thanks for joining us. We're so grateful to have you. Enjoy all the games, the culmination of a great college football season and a end of the college football bowl season. That's been fantastic. And the NFL with a lot on the line. So, but we're very grateful. The prayers were answered for Damar Hamlin, and things are getting better every moment for him and his family, and that we can all move on from this and hopefully learn some lessons that might be pertinent in the future. So again, thanks. And we thank you here at Think Tank Sports, where we think and you listen as we strive for 5.